Happy Tuesday, everybody. I'm Amanda Head, the Hollywood Conservative, and this is your Hollywood Minute. So I have never seen the show Yellowstone. I think at one point I was mildly interested in watching it, and then somebody told me that it was woke, so I just said, forget it. I'm not even going to fool with it. Anyway, the creator of that show is a guy named Tyler Sheridan, who has created a lot of different series and content in Hollywood. Very, very well known. And he was on Joe Rogan's podcast recently. And he addressed a number of things. One of the things I know he addressed, because my husband told me about it after my husband listened to the podcast, was him basically shredding the notion of the moral superiority of veganism and people who are vegan for moral reasons, because he discussed a scene that he actually wrote into the show to express and demonstrate the preposterousness of being vegan for moral reasons, and backed it up with the notion that a lot of farmers will attest to, the fact that you plow, 15 yards of a field and it's absolute carnage. I can't remember the number of animals he said, but ground nesting birds and squirrels and bees and all of these things that are very important to our ecosystem. And vegetarians or vegetarians and vegans, only eating things from fields. Basically, it blows the moral argument to bits. So anyway, Tyler Sheridan was on Joe Rogan and was talking about the case in Colorado of President Trump being taken off the ballot. And he said it is dangerous as shit. A court in Colorado is going to essentially make a decision based upon a trial that has not happened yet. They're basically saying he's guilty of something he hasn't even been tried for or charged with, and they're removing him from the ballot. Right now, maybe the Democrats feel they are justified in that action because they're so terrified of what Donald Trump may do if he becomes president again. But are they thinking about what's going to happen in 20 years or 30 years because this has now been established? He went on to say, people can think of Donald Trump however they want to think of Donald Trump. It really doesn't matter who the individual is. That kind of seems to me like he maybe supports Trump. He's just not saying it. Or maybe it's just that he is one of these sane liberals who looks at something like this and thinks, this is obviously extra legal, extra constitutional, meaning outside the bounds of our legal system, outside the bounds of U.S. law and criminal code, outside the bounds of our Constitution. Alan Dershowitz, who comes on our show quite often, is one of those people who says, I don't want him taken off the ballot because I want the opportunity to vote against him for the third time. Whatever. Stupid to have that feeling about Donald Trump, especially if you're a constitutional lawyer and you're looking at the unconstitutional actions of this current president. But anyway, that's beside the point. It's amazing to see people in Hollywood even being neutral about stuff. You don't even have to be like rah-rah Donald Trump or rah-rah conservatives or rah-rah, moral politics. It's just nice to see people who are like, this is crazy. This is the world we're living in, and Democrats are behaving like tyrannical maniacs. All right, everybody, head over to my website, thehollywoodconservative.us, sign up for my daily emails, go to MyPillow, use my promo code Hollywood. Again, I will stress, like I did yesterday, it's getting quite chilly here in Los Angeles, especially at night. And we live in a little bit of an older building, so once the bones of the building get cold, it stays cold. So we have the MyPillow flannel sheets on our bed. We have the red plaid ones, and oh, they're so cozy. They're so cozy and wonderful. All right, everybody, so go to MyPillow and buy that and the slippers and all of those things to stay nice and cozy, and use my promo code Hollywood. All right, see you tomorrow.